Hi, Chef Anthony here, and today we're going to be making one of my favorite Saturday night date night meals, a bone-in ribeye. I like getting a 2-pound bone-in ribeye such as this. I don't want to break the bank tonight, so we're sticking to that $8-9 range per pound. We have, as you can see, the bone-in. It's got a decent amount of marbling, not too much. I decided to go with a grass-fed choice cut. If you want something a little crazier, a little juicier, a little more flavorful, you can definitely go with a Wagyu, a prime. There's so many different great cuts of meat out there. I definitely recommend experimenting and trying different ones and seeing what you enjoy. So what we're going to do is we're just going to rub a little bit of avocado oil on there, just with a little brush, just to put a good amount on there, not too much. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of sea salt. And you want to make sure it's actually not a little bit. You want to make sure you get a lot on there. The salt really brings out all that good flavor. And then we're gonna just sprinkle a little coarse, freshly ground black pepper on there, just to give it a little bit of more of a kick. And another little tip that I like to do whenever I'm cooking any sort of protein, whether it's chicken, steak, turkey, pork, is I make sure that I like to bring out the protein from the refrigerator and leave it out for a good 30 to 45 minutes before I cook it. That way the meat starts coming to that room temperature and it's not so shocking to the meat, and you'll get a much more even cooking with it. Also, since we're cooking such a big piece of meat, we're gonna do something a little weird to make sure that we cook it to the correct doneness that I like. Is I'm gonna put a thermometer in here, a wireless thermometer, so we can make sure we can track the temperature, make sure we don't overcook it, undercook it, and it's gonna come out perfect. Now here's a great Chef Anthony pro tip. As we talked about earlier, putting a wireless thermometer inside of your steak is a great way to make sure that you get the desired doneness. Now, I know some of my chef friends are gonna say, Chef Anthony, what are you doing? You can't put a thermometer in a steak. But in reality, a lot of home cooks, a lot of people don't cook steaks day in and day out. So this is a great way to make sure that you get the correct doneness. So what we're gonna do is we have our thermometer probe, and what you wanna make sure you do is there's like almost a little dimple. Now you wanna put that little dimple in the middle of the meat. So you don't really worry about all this part too much. You wanna put that in the middle of what you're cooking, the protein you're cooking. So in this case, we're cooking the bone-in ribeye. So you wanna make sure you put it in so that this little part with the dimple is in the middle. And you wanna make sure it's in the middle of the meat lengthwise and pretty much as close to the center of the meat as you can. So that way we'll make sure that we get the desired doneness that you're looking for. Our bone-in ribeye is done, and I'm super excited to try it. I waited about 10 to 12 minutes to let it rest. I kept it in a warm area of the kitchen, not too warm, not too cold. And then once it rested, I pulled out the thermometer just to make sure that all those juices stayed in there. And as you can see, we ended up with a beautiful piece of meat. We have a beautiful, nice, medium rare there. It's a nice red. And now it's my favorite part of the video. We get to try it, so. Wow, that's super tender, very flavorful. You get a little bit of that woody smoke flavors coming in there. It's awesome, and we made it all without having to break the bank. I hope you enjoy making this recipe as much as I'm enjoying eating it. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. Thanks, bye.